Good morning, Eagle community. Happy Monday. It is September 15th, 2025. Hope you had a great weekend. We are going to jump right in. Our newsletter this week has our upcoming dates. I want to remind you that tomorrow is a spirit night at Sonic, and it is from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. That flyer has been shared on our Facebook page and also on our PTA Facebook page. It will also be sent home and included in the newsletter today too. So it is the Sonic by the Freddies over there off of the loop. So just lots of fun, slushy drinking contest, which causes a major brain freeze. Believe me, it's happened to me. And just some good times with kids and friends meeting up and eating tater tots and doing whatever. But make sure you mention Fry Hype before you order so that we get 40%. That's huge. 40%. Most restaurants do 10 to 20%. Sonic treats us right. And so 40% as long as you say that you're with Fry Hype before you order. Okay? And then we have our coming up, we have our Rise High. We have a Kinder shoebox parade, getting ready to put those into the fair float parade contest that they have at the county fair every year. And then fall pictures to close out September. So it's been a great month. We do have still some beginning of year assessments going on, universal screeners. Teachers are going to be reaching out just to say hello and then remind you that conferences are coming up in October where they will go over specific stuff in regard to data, progress, growth goals, things like that. So just be ready for all of those things. In the newsletter this week, first up, you will have some news from our counselor. So our fifth grade Eagle leaders have been applying for the position of Eagle leader on campus. And so those applications were due Friday. They will hold interviews for that. We also have our Comel Shake that's happening. That is something that happens district-wide. It's usually with our fifth grade students, and those kiddos try out to be a part of a competition where you are able to speak clearly and effectively with someone that you've just met. So teaching those communication skills. We also have hallway heroes running. We did have one hallway hero last week. It was really awesome to have somebody volunteer their time to be on campus with our kiddos and helping it be more secure and just the gift of time, which is awesome. So if you are interested in being a hallway hero, you can email Miss Ray and she will get you set up with a date and a schedule of when you can come and be on campus with us. And then lastly, just the Child Safety Matters Parent Information Meeting that's coming up September 24th at Goodwin. That flyer is still included in our newsletter. All right, our PTA fundraiser, we are at $4,925. That's awesome. At $5,000, every class gets to pick a song that gets played at the homecoming dance on October 17th. So that means 30 plus songs on the playlist, which will be fun. I bet some of the songs are the same because our kiddos have some weird K-pop demon whatever tastes. I don't know. We'll see. We do have 8 classes that have raised $0, which, okay, we get it. It's tough. I completely get it. But if everybody donated $1, that would help. But regardless, all those kids get to participate in all of the things that happen on our campus when it comes to our fundraiser. So there's no elimination of participation based on donation. Okay, so really grateful for the $4,925 that we didn't have. So thank you for that. We do have this week to do some fundraising as well. So if you have not given and you feel in your heart that you would like to donate to our school for our water day, we are planning some assemblies. We are PTA supports some of our field trips that we go on. We would like to consider saving up for our digital marquee out front, which would be a huge school gift. Those types of things that benefit our families and our students. All of our free community nights, painting with the POW when Santa and pancake breakfast comes around. Our holiday shop is free of cost to you, except if you want to buy gifts for people. So our PTA does a lot, and so thank you for supporting them. Let's see, library news. Miss Plum is back. Kids are checking out books. If you get an email from a program called Destiny. It's not spam. It just means it's about your child's library book. If you're not receiving those emails from Destiny, you can check Skyward to make sure that your preferred email is listed in there. But every time your child checks out a book, it should email you and let you know what book they're checking out. That's kind of a checks and balances for you to know what books are coming home, what books are in their backpack, what books they're reading, and what needs to come back to school when it's library day. September is Attendance Awareness Month. Our attendance goal for Fry Height is 94.5%. It was 93 last year. So raising attendance 1.5% is challenging. We do celebrate those classrooms that have 95% or higher each week. We got hit with some cooties at the beginning of the year. Still sort of being hit by them a little bit. So if your kiddo has a fever, no return to school until they're fever-free without fever-reducing medicine, okay? Fever-reducing medicine, their fever's going to pop back up. We're going to call you to come pick them up. Don't do that. Plus, if they have fever, they're contagious. And we don't want that to go around the school because these kids, believe me, picking their nose, licking their hands. I don't know what they do, but it's pretty gross. So lots of germs get spread, even though we remind them to sneeze in their sleeve and do all of those things and wash their hands and use the Germ-X. Germs are sneaky, so please keep them home. But we do have some celebration days starting next week. So Monday is Shade Day. So you can wear your shades, your sunglasses. And then Tuesday is Hippie Day. Be hip, stay all day, every day at school. So it's tie-dye day. So just a heads up on those days if your kiddos want to participate. We'll talk about that on announcements this week at school. We do have a cheer clinic coming up for the Cougar Cheer. That is for any student. It is October 4th from 9 to 1. Information on registration in the flyer with a QR code is attached to the newsletter. A reminder again about free and reduced meals, information on that, the website, the process, and then, of course, that legislation passed that if you do qualify for free and reduced, it does last for 2 years, so you wouldn't have to reapply again until 2025, 2026, 2026, 2027. So 2027, 2028 school year, which will be great. And then our virtual Lost and Found, which is filling up quickly. So let's get names and things. It's going to start getting chilly. So jackets, hoodies, all of those things that can come off when they're playing at recess when they get toasty. Initials, grade level, anything to help identify that clothing would be really helpful because we want to get that stuff back to kids. And names on water bottles. They take them to PE. They do all sorts of things with those water bottles, take them outside to recess. So please make sure names or initials are on there so they don't get lost. There's a there is a GT meeting coming up. It is this week. It is actually tonight from 5:30 to 6:30, and it is at Goodwin Fraser. That is if you want to learn about GT, the identification process, get any questions that you have answered, if you want to know how we do GT in Comau ISD. And then there is a little note about the Texas Senate Bill 10, which has to do with our 10 Commandments that was passed in regard to the 89th legislative session and what that requires. So there's information on that for you to read as well. All right, that is all. Thank you for listening or reading. I hope that you have a fantastic week. Again, please help us with our fundraiser. $1 makes a difference. Just one. And that would be really helpful. And also just bring your kids to school. We're learning a lot. We're doing a lot. And if they're sick, don't. But if they aren't, bring them because we'd love to have them because we are filling their brains with great stuff every single day. Our stuff moves fast, and it's really important for them to be here and to be learning. So thank you for that. You guys have a fantastic week. Thanks for being a part of all we do to grow these kids, and see you around. Maybe we'll see you at Sonic. Okay, bye.